All right, folks, it's for the battle rounds between Milo and Essence. And in this week's battle rounds, we got 3 topics we're going to talk about. The first topic, we're going to start off with Sophia Stewart, the woman who won the lawsuit against Hollywood because she said she created the Terminator and the Matrix series. So hit it, Milo.
I knew this Matrix thing. I knew it had to be a black lady that created it because when I watched it, it had too many links to the black church. You know, it got the girl in there. Well, she was white, but her name was Trinity. You know, that's the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. So they got that connected. Then Morpheus was a black man. That's really John the Baptist, you know, trying to lead the people to where they need to go. And the funny part about it is that even in the Matrix, they still, you know what I did?
Go, Essence.
I feel you what you're saying there, Milo. But with the Matrix lady, this was the longest process. It's been over 14 years she's been trying to get her credit for getting this done. And during that time, it's been a whole lot of interviews with the Wachowski brothers talking about what they created, the trilogy, their vision. But we ain't seen not the first interview with her. But, you know, we'll see it all over the news when a mother in Detroit gets put in jail for downloading music. But these people stole millions of dollars. This is pirating at its worst.
Oh, that was fire right there. You might have won that round. But that was a good point there, Milo, because when I first seen the movie and then I heard about the story, that black woman in the movie, man.
Oh, yeah. The
Oracle.
The Oracle reminded me, looked like the black woman who wrote the story.
Man.
You know, and she was the whole intellect of the movie.
Yeah, and she the only one who knew everything that was going on.
Right.
From beginning to
and so
end.
she looked like Sophia Stewart.
She did.
So in this next round, we're going to focus on the media coverage of the Oklahoma. So, you know, but whatever y'all got to say.
That's true.
So hit it, Essence.
Okay, see, the Oklahoma coverage of the tornadoes, you know, we get caught up in the sensationalism. It's crazy to me how this is a natural disaster when it happens in Oklahoma in the news. But when it happens in New Orleans, it's an act of God, like God is punishing the black people going on. And then we got all this misinformation about the number of people dead. It doesn't even make sense for them to go back and forth. Out here in California, they don't even have thunderstorms. They be driving down the highway and it's fire on both sides of the road. But the media got people in this frenzy. I'm going to say my last word, dog, on it. Frenzy.
Man, you lost points for that. All right, go Milo.
All right. Once again, like Hurricane Sandy, you know, Hurricane Sandy in New Jersey on the East Coast, everything presented in the media makes great people look like, you know, they can handle a disaster, like you were just saying. But when it comes to Katrina, we still look like not only can we not handle the natural disasters, but we still steal, kill, and rob within the natural disasters. That's all you saw in Hurricane Katrina was black people being chased by the police.
Golly.
Ooh, that was good right there, boy, because that was straight to the media right there.
Yeah, we need to get some.
Because you don't think some of them Oklahoma white people is stealing stuff?
Thank you. Looting, trying to get them a TV.
Whatever they can, because it ain't too much to loot.
I know.
All right, in the last round, Kobe Bryant has to sue his mom to get his high school stuff back because she sold it and he wanted it back because he thought he gave it to her. He wanted her to keep it. Mm-hmm. So, Essence, go.
Oh, well, you know, my thing is the headlines keep saying that he's suing his mom, but actually he's suing the auction house that has it because they won't let him give the money back or whatever to keep his stuff. But this comes down to Kobe being a brat. He left the stuff at home. You give a gift to somebody, if they give it to somebody else, white people call that regifting. Mm-hmm. So he could do whatever he want to do with it. And this got to come out after Jada Smith say he want to be emancipated. But if a white kid wants emancipation or has something with his parents like Drew Barrymore or Macaulay Culkin, they're just being a smart business person. But
why you stop before you heard the bell?
All right,
go Milo.
All right, did I get a point? All right. Now Kobe, like she just said, Kobe gave that stuff to his mama. I mean, many, many years ago. And I'm just thinking maybe she has not only does she have a right to sell it, but she might be needing the money for something because Kobe ain't hooking her up no more, you know, or she don't want to ask him. So maybe she going on a shopping spree to the mall or something like that. But so what I'm just telling Kobe, you know what happened to OJ when he tried to get his stuff back. I'm not saying you gonna go that far, but please be careful what you're doing, because you might ostracize your mom and your dad from your life.
Man,
I didn't even think about that, because that is what happened to OJ.
can you imagine Kobe in an orange jumpsuit about 320 pounds?
He almost did
on
it anyway.
That 6'8" frame.
In Denver, they almost had him.
Right.
He had no money.
If his mama shouldn't be selling his stuff unless she told him to come get it.
Okay, first.
If she told him to come get it, he kept saying, okay, Mom, I'll come get it. And he kept lagging.
I bet she did.
Then she have every right to say, but you got to let your son know, that's his childhood stuff, that, hey, your stuff is here. I need the room, or I can't afford the storage anymore. Come get your stuff. Now, if she did that a couple of times and he didn't come get it, she could sell it.
What else was in the articles now that she said, what you want me to do with this 5 years ago, and she been paying $1,500 a month to store
She could
this
sell
stuff.
it right there. She could sell it. If she been telling him for 5 years to come get this stuff, she could sell it.
I mean, $1,500 a month for 5 years, man. That's like what, $100,000
So
almost.
she got it in a storage shelter thing.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then he should take over the storage if it's about
He
not
should be
paying the
right,
storage.
that's it. Yeah.
You know, or you could send people to go get your stuff in a truck.
And once again, the media ain't gonna tell us everything, so we have
Yeah,
to
of course,
figure
we
this
don't
out.
know.
Yeah, we have
you
to
know,
figure
but she
it out.
talking about she needed the money to buy a house. He done bought her a house before when he first got hooked up.
Yeah.
So what, she want a new house now, or she
Okay.
want to be on the West Coast now.
Yeah, they said they bought his wife's mother a bigger house.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I've always said why a lot of people lost respect Kobe. He started hooking up his wife's mother from the giddy up. Damn! You only get one mama, brother.
That's it.
If she want 400 million things and you got $400 million, that's just how it is sometimes, brother.
Man,
you can't always, I know you trying to stay focused and reach to the top, but you know.
I got a song for him by the Intruders. I'll always love my mama. She's my favorite girl. Listen to that, Kobe.
Yeah, he need to listen to that.
It's time for Q&A with Nerdy.
You know, there's a reason we call him Nerdy, everybody. He got opinions about stuff, and he quick. So we're going to see how quick his gears turn today. Me and Milo got some questions we ain't told him nothing about. Some of them was some email questions, and we're going to throw them out there and see what nerds think. Now, first question came from an email, and actually it fits in with what we were just talking about. It's a relationship question. Question says, do you think that there is a correlation between the media's presentation of black love, or the lack thereof, and the apparent decline in family values in the black community? What do you think about that? Has the media had anything to do with what we see as a decline?
I believe so. You can go back starting with Diane Carroll when she was a single woman. It was like the first show. But Diane Carroll, she used to be a single mom. Remember, that was like the first black show
She was a
on there.
nurse.
So they was already sending a message, even back then in the 60s, women, you can survive without a man raising a son. And she had a single son. And we all know today, we look at the results that's going around society, that you need both parents. And a young man really needs a man. One of the things I've learned that probably have more effect than the media, environment. The environment has more effect than the media. So if you have two parents, of course, the mind is still going to be affected, but it's going to be affected less than the unsupervised kid. Not saying a single mom or a single dad is not supervising his kid, but it's always better for two parents. So in terms of those images, I always think and sit there and go, our community, they've been stereotyping us, not just to stereotype us as thugs or criminals or as athletes, but to also send that message to our women. Have you ever noticed who is more conscious of their man than a black woman?
Nobody.
Nobody. When I was in college, I dated gray girls. Well, not really dated, but hung out. And when I was in college, I'm a young man, so I'm not going to be right as no young man. But man, I could come in, I could go out cheating, smell like perfume, and come back, and she'd be like, where you been? I'd be like, oh, I was in a car accident down the street. The first thing gonna come out her mouth is, oh, are you okay? Are you all right? Right. I come home to a sister.
And I want to know if you broke that bottle of perfume in the car accident.
Yeah, she gonna
Is that
ask
how I
you,
got
well, where
on
the
you?
police report? Let me look at the news. Let's go down and to the police station.
Right.
My point is, it's not that the sister is harder. She's just more aware and more conscious because she's been made to be more aware because on these talk shows, to be all black men, about 95% of black men on these shows cheaters. Yeah. Matter of fact, if you watch a show like Cheaters, most of the episodes is black episodes. Yeah. You go back to a show way back in the 70s when they used to have a dating show. Who was the humor of that show? The black couples that always had the most issues. You know, so
like the newlywed game. You
the
talked
newlywed
about,
game. Yeah, that's
they be fighting on
right,
the show.
They be fighting and they made the show.
Yeah.
So they've been showing us
sister always
going at each other
with the cards.
You know, and even and it just didn't happen in relationships. You know, you could go George Jefferson and his maid, Sanford and Son and Aunt Esther, Jimmy Walker and his sister,
Martin and Pam,
Roger and Dee. I mean, we could go on days. They've been always pinning the black man against the black woman in the media. To say, well, that don't mean we should treat each other a certain way. You're right, we shouldn't. But we're talking about what the media has done. Has it had an effect on our psychology?
And the more you see it, the more it affects
especially
you.
if you've been young.
Right.
Sisters wasn't talking about Talk to the Hand until Martin came out with Shanae. But they have showed so much negativity with the black exploitation movies and stuff in terms of men being pimps. The Mac had a tremendous effect on young black men. Do you know after the Mac, domestic violence doubled in the black community?
Boy.
Didn't know that.
And there was a whole bunch of black movies. You could take books, Donald Goins books. This went into the black man's subconscious. That's why he has this pimpish mentality. On into the hip hop, watching Snoop Dogg thinking he a pimp. Propping up Don Juan. They not sitting with a pretty woman raising kids. In terms of that, that's how the media affects us. Now, should we be stronger minded to not let it affect us? Of course we should. I bet if anyone sat down and talked to Snoop Dogg, he would tell you those movies affected him and how he feel about women. And the number one effect, I believe, in terms of the media was Oprah. I always say when I have daughters, I don't want my daughters looking up to Oprah. And some of it's selfish because I want grandkids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they show her, why couldn't she be married with 3-4 kids and still be a powerful woman?
Thank you, Nerdy. Thank you.
Not that Oprah did what she did is wrong, but I'm saying that image is being prompted up.
And that's the only one. It's like if there were some others out there.
They don't show any other powerful black women with that powerful
with
husband.
that family.
You know, maybe until the Obamas came along.
Yeah.
But that's politics.
Right.
We just specifically relating it to how the media did.
That's a good answer to that question. So basically, we're saying that it has affected, and it's got some deep roots. It's not
it go
just
way
what we're seeing
back
on reality TV now.
Because I didn't even get into the slavery type stuff.
No,
and the books and all that.
I mean,
I just didn't want to spend more than a minute on the question.
we just getting some surface nerdy right now. That's all right though, because that's nerdy is the kind of he like a good wine or something. You gotta acquire this taste for. You can't handle it all at once.
Right, that's true. Yeah. Okay.
What you got for him, Milo?
Oh, okay. Well, I got an email from a listener, Nerdy, and they asked you this, Nerdy, if you had the chance to interview Rupert Murdoch, who's the owner of Fox News, what would be your anchor question?
I would ask him, do you have an agenda? What are your political views? Do your political views sway to the right or to the left? Or are you central? Because it's obvious to everyone that your news channel is not in the middle.
Like they say, it's fair and balanced.
And the media is supposed to be unbiased. So that would be my first question to him, depending on what his answer was. So if he answered to me, yes, I lean to the right, then what can I say to him? He just been an honest man. But if he answered no, I'm in the middle, I would then show him specific examples from his news network.
All you got to do is show him Hannity.
That's it. That's it. Bill O'Reilly.
Okay.
Almost every show. Even his business show. Now, you would think a show about business wouldn't have no political views or whatever. But even the business show on the Fox News sways to the right.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I would tell him and ask him.